What's up, guys? Ninja here. It was I had a quick observation that I decided I was gonna share with you because I'm streaming, right? And it was an observation, and I feel the whole world would benefit from this, so we're going to make a video about it as well. But basically, this is why uh, translators suck, basically, and why, if you're watching something in Japanese, why you should know Japanese, and why you can't just relate to only Japanese a translator um, to do it for you, because they may mislead you. They may mislead you, right? So here, this video I'm watching, by the way, is Anime Historian Fan Service in Racing Anime MF Ghost. So this is obviously for gentlemen, if you know what I'm saying. I forget the exact term, but anyways, yeah. So listen, watch.
京子先輩聞いてもいいですか？
Did you hear it?
京子先輩聞いてもいいですか？
She said her name first.
京子先輩聞いてもいいですか？
Why is it that she says Kyoko at the beginning, but it's written as if she said it at the end? That's because the translator is not giving you a direct translation. That translator is more like an interpreter or something along those lines. Like, so I took what you said, and to me it means this, and this is where Fox News is terrible, because they did the same thing when they reported, but they would do things like instead a Kyoko Senpai, blah, blah, blah. It's can ask you something Kyoko Senpai, right? That's the example we're working with. Okay, but Fox News would be like, hey, let me see. They would say, I'm trying to think, Kyoko Senpai, blah blah blah. She just says, Kyoko Senpai, ask something, right? That's what she really means, okay? But Fox News would translate it as like, "Hey, ugly fat bitch, I have something to say, you whore." And I'm not saying like for example, like that's literal translation or that's something that they would literally say. But I'm trying to show you how they kind of pack a statement. And this is why in other videos I talk about context, basically, and about loading and preloading, or if a word's loaded, or if you're preloading a word. For example, like if I call you a bitch and I wink at you, I'm joking. You can take it for what it is, just a joke, wink, and ha ha ha, or you can please don't do that, right? And you add the load because you're having a bad day, or you're miserable, or you're not funny, or something happened, and it got into your head or your mind or changed your mood, makes you kind of upset or whatever. And so it adds that context, even though there wasn't any. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Fox News did. And I think that's actually why Trump won, by the way. It's because they like doing that. The Bernie blackout, they simply just stopped talking about Bernie Sanders. And sure enough, the world forgot about him. Why is it? Oh, it's because maybe because the most watched show impacted the people. Maybe, probably, yeah, I would think so. Right, as an example, right, they weren't reporting; they were biasedly reporting, and that's kind of the point of this video and the whole translation situation, right? And you watch the news that's watching like the presidential debate, for example, and they're going to go and translate it for you. But in reality, what they're saying is, I'm going to take what they said and then I'm going to tell you what he said, but in a way that favors what I want so that I get what I want. Or in a way that makes the person speaking looks bad so that you hate the guy speaking. You understand the bias? That's the disconnect in America. It's because you're not listening to me, you're listening to the source. The source is, or the news rather, because I'm the source, right? And even my words were biased there. Like you listen, I called the news the source. They're not. They're not. But I'm programmed to say that. That's why I said that because that's not how I feel. That's how I think. Right? That was I was called a Freudian slip. Basically, I just called the news the source. No, the source is the source. The news is reporting on the source, right? The problem is Fox has been known to be biased, and they're known to preload shit, basically, just like what we've seen here. And as simple as putting her name last when she clearly said it at first.
京子先輩聞いてもいいですか？
Like you hear it literally said. So why is it translated that she said it at the end? Oh, it's because it's kind of how we talk. No, it's because that's how you feel about something, right? That's why going to Fox News for your facts is bad. That's why going to NBC is bad. That's why going to SBS is bad. SOS, FUCK, FU, all of these places is bad, right? You want to actually go to the actual president, and when he speaks, you want to hear it from his mouth. That's it. And that's why they should have like, oh, the president's gonna speak. The world should like I can understand it's still going, but maybe you should be allowed to play it, or maybe allowed to be heard, or something, because literally there has to be something, like shit, because they're so good at program. Like if you record it, you have no idea. For example, Fox can record it and then they play it back, but you have no idea, you have no proof if they altered it or not, right? And then that's honestly like a future of where we are going and what it could be. And the only proof would be to counter it. Well, no, I recorded it too, and in my version it says this. So why did you say that? Oh, it's because you changed it. And the problem is these kind of moments are happening in court, but they control the politics and they control the news, so you have no idea that this happened. Right? Okay, you're right. You got me. We'll settle out of court. We'll give you $1 billion. Right? You don't know that. Here's $1 billion. Bye. And so you get paid off $1 billion to keep your mouth shut, or to yeah, you won. Here's $1 million. We're not gonna change anything. I actually made a video involving Long Island audit with Sean Paul Reyes. Basically, how there was a lawsuit that he brought forward about recording police. So what they did is most police offices made it to where private is now like if you look, some of these places are just so blatant that you literally changed the way the station was because of this rule. And that makes sense to a certain degree. Like I would say that's fine, but because of what it is, and in this situation it's about access, and all you're doing is making it harder for the news to access. And that's the whole reason why you did it, and the reason why it's allowed. But the whole police station, it was open before, but now it's okay. Now it's required, and that's why they do what they do. Is because they're giving police stations enough time, like 10 years to play by the rules. But that's 10 years of criminal crime. You have 10 years to clean up your act, basically, because now people can do that. And if you were hiding something, Now you're giving these criminals time, these professional criminals, you're giving them enough time now to clean up their shop. Because 10 years is a long fucking time to change, transfer, whatever. Right? And that's what's going on. That's happening, basically. Is they're giving them time to change the rules or to clean up or allow this or that to happen. And again, that's what I brought up with Sean Paul Reyes. Was because it's just giving cops enough time to clean up their act. If they're bad, it's like a bank group, right? And it's like, hey, we have reason to believe that you guys are the bank thieves, right? Like they have a license to just break into your house, right? But now, if now I'm a government entity or whatever, I have 1 year to, you have 1 year to before the rules apply to your business before you can go in and actually look. You have a 1 year notice. It's kind of like when you call in advance to set up, like all you want to do. What's it called? An inspection. That's fine. Give us a week, and yeah, you can. Yeah, for sure. Okay, we have 1 week. So, oh guys, in 1 week we gotta clean up. We're gonna hire, or I'm sorry, we're only bringing in. You have to work Tuesday because they're gonna come in, and so the best work gonna come. Hi, sir, how you doing? You put on the show. You look really good. Blah blah blah. And this the inspector goes, yeah, they were fucking great. But the second the inspector leaves, it goes back to chaos, the murder, and bullshit. That's what happens. And I worked at Family Dollar, and that's what happens. I've been there. I've been there. And I've seen managers do this, and these managers come and go. Like, are you willing to sell out? Yeah, okay, you're hired. And then sure enough, are you willing to sell out? No, you're fired. You're not gonna be hired. Or you're not gonna sell anymore, you're fired. You know what I'm saying? That's literally how it goes. And that's what's going on, basically. And that's why they rule the way that they do, and that's why they allowed um, Sean Paul Reyes, the girl out to go into the police stations and do things, but these police stations don't have to do anything for now. They have X amount of time. It's because you can't be everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And then they're giving them access to, a year to clean up their act. Hey guys, I have reason to believe that you are the people heisting the bank. So I'm gonna be back in 1 year to look to in your house and see if you are. So you're into a year. A year later, you go in there. Oh, it's the house. There's nothing there. But like a week before, or like the whole year, basically, they're cleaning up. They were like, oh shit, get the money, get the cocaine, get all the drugs, all the bullshit, all the hookers, and all the shit, and get them out, get them out, get them out, get them out. And finally, now we're gonna review it, and oh look, it looks great. Of course, because they're faking it. Fake it till you make it, right? And that's the world. That's why I like what Jean Paul Reyes does. He just randomly shows up. I'm not gonna fucking schedule an inspection for you to bring in your best, and I encountered your best. No, I want to say it's your worst. That's what he gets. That's what he does. That's actually why I like him. Basically, I need to be there as his coworker to be like, nah, that's not enough. You know what I'm saying? Like you should do more, or they're buying you out, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole law, for example, when you went to court and the court ruled that you're allowed to get vision and no one else does, that was a buyout from the government. Basically, the fact that you sold out and you have access, yeah, okay, fair enough. No, it should have been like period. Like the whole fucking world has what I have. That's what it should be for everyone forever. Or maybe if it was only for a month, just to give them time to make the change. Sure. But again, the time to make the change means you have time to learn and adjust to what the law should have been all along, basically. That's all they're saying. And that's how people need to take it, and they don't. It sucks, and the world sucks for it. Anyways, so that's an actual situation, an actual thing that's happening, a true thing that's happening, basically. And again,
京子先輩聞いてもいいですか？
like, and Kyoko said deska. Like at the very end, the very least, I don't know the language. I know a little bit. And deska and something like what she said at the very end was like some the word like please or something. Like at the very end, she says please or thank you or I beg you. Can you like some way to show that I'm asking you a question, please answer, right? That's basically what she did, but for some reason, it's translated at the end of the sentence instead of the begging or the groveling, it's her saying her name. Why is that? Why are you mixing those two up? Tradition, or what's the word? I was gonna say, yeah, tradition. It's kind of important that you said their name first and that you show like grovel at the end. It's important in their tradition to do that. And you're translating that and you're literally taking out or you're removing the name first and making it last. You're intentionally teaching me to be offensive. Like you're making culture shock way worse, essentially, for somebody. Maybe I watched this and learned this and learned some. I know a carrot. I had carrots last night. I will admit I just woke up, but damn, piece of carrot. What the fuck? Anyways, that's wrong. That's not right. And again, that's why you can't trust places like Fox because they will lie to you. And this is why the government, Sean Paul, and all that shit. Anyways, that's just another video for you guys to take in. So enjoy. And my things out. There you go. All right, peace.